Hi everyone, it's me Darlene. I am back with episode 3 of the Raw Edge Crazy Quilt tutorial. Before I forget, you can catch up with this series. There is a playlist link in the description box down below. It will also appear on the end screen. It will show you episodes 1 and 2. Do go start there if you haven't seen them yet, and then this will make more sense to you. I worked on a couple more quilt blocks without you. I haven't trimmed them yet, but I sewed them. I will be showing them to you when they're all trimmed. These are still all thready. Did I make that with you guys? No, I didn't. I really liked this one. I did some curviness, a lot of blue in it. Just really happy with how this is going. But now I want to show you something. When I was coming to stitch this line, I noticed, and it's probably going to be hard for you to see, there is a little part right here that the fabrics aren't quite touching. In fact, I can see the fusing underneath. Now that's not a horribly big deal, but I thought I would stop and use this as an example as to what we can do to fix something like that. This is actually close enough together that if I zigzagged, that would just stay in place and nobody would be able to see it. But let's say there's a big space there. Or let's say we had some thread problems and we have, a big clump of thread because we had to start and stop in the middle of the block as opposed to starting and stopping on the ends. Maybe you want to cover that. We can always make patches. For instance, I could do something like this here. I could even add another whole strip if I wanted to. You can just do whatever you want that's going to cover that section. And then I remembered, I have this stuff. I don't remember the actual name, but this is just like iron-on hemming stuff. It's sticky on both sides. So the beautiful thing about it is you can even just rip little pieces of this and you put it down, then you put your piece of fabric and you press it, and then that piece of fabric would stay there. I have no problem like going to the sewing machine and sewing this, but I'll tell you, it is more convenient if it's actually stuck there. So we're going to do that together. And then the other awesome thing about this is it can be used if we want to do some little applique on top. Because again, if you can have your piece of fabric stuck on here, then it just makes it that much easier to sew. Let's start by patching this guy, and let me think of what I want to put there. Ooh, I think I'm going to go with a piece of pink like this. And I think I will do a triangle and just have it kind of sticking out. I like that. So let me just trim this. And it doesn't have to cover the whole spot. It's just to hold your fabric down a little bit. I'm just going to put that right there. And let's just put this here. And if there's any of that that sticks out, it doesn't matter. It just melts away. So I'm letting my iron heat up and we're going to do that. Oh, but you know what I'm going to do first? I am going to go ahead and sew on this line. I left it because I wanted to make a point that I would do that first, and then I will be able to put the patch on top of it. I won't take you to the sewing machine for that. I'm just going to zigzag down this brown side. Okay, I'm back. I am going to put this here, and we're going to put this here. And if I wanted to really make sure that that tip is stuck, I can put just a little piece closer to the tip, especially on pointy parts. It makes it nice when that part is stuck down. But again, don't freak out if you need to make a patch and you don't have anything to stick it with. You can even use a glue stick. You can, because it's washable. Now I'm just going to go zigzag here, and we'll be done. And just wanted to show you, this is on there. I mean, it's stuck. And this is what we have. I just love it. In fact, it's almost making me think that it would be easier to make some blocks with just, a couple of big pieces going across and then doing some applique on top. So why don't we do that? I think I have 4 more blocks to make. So if I make 4 I'll only make one with you, but if I make 4 that kind of have that same look, then I think my little quilt will be done with 16 blocks. It is going to be a mini quilt for sure. So let's get started. You want your iron-on fusing to have glue on just one side. You want the glue side up. You want to be able to feel it. It's rough. You can feel it. This side, super soft, rough. Let's do something that I think is going to make this whole process so much quicker. I'm going to just cut some pieces. I'm going to make this a little narrower, and I'm going to make it curvy. Okay, I'm going to like that. Let's put it on a piece of plain blue. How about we do that? Trim this. We'll cover this crappy edge. There. And again, if I didn't want to trim this, if I wanted to, I can put a little piece of this right here, that little piece of hemming iron-on fusible stuff, and then that'll stick on there. All right, so far, so good. I don't want to do anything too fancy because the whole purpose is we're going to make this be easy, and then we'll add applique. I'm so excited. All right, another one big piece. What do I have handy dandy? Not quite. All right, so we're going to do 2 pieces. We'll do one little strip in here, and then we'll do this. Okay, this is good. See how fast that was? I'm going to press this. I already love this method so much more. I don't even know how it's going to turn out when we add things to it, but this was very easy. I'm going to trim. And I'm just going to go and sew on my lines. Nothing going under fabric. I'm sewing all in the same directions. Love this! As expected, this was incredibly easy to do. The only downside about this is it's kind of a little bit of a waste of fabric if you're like taking fabric and covering fabric. But we can cover with smaller pieces, and it's just so much easier to do it this way. So I really think this is a good thing. Let's see for the heck of it. Let's not be overly fussy. Let's put a little piece of brown like that right there. And again, it's up to you if you want to stick that down or not. I'm going to. Just going to put a couple little pieces. Honestly, I think that a glue stick would be easier for this. While I'm heating up my iron, let's do something else. Let's put a pop of color somewhere. Maybe like this corner right here. I'll just put one little piece. I'm going to cut something squiggly here. I'm all about the squiggly lately. I can hear some of you moaning, saying, ugh, that's ugly. Let's press this stuff. Now there's nothing under here, but I'm pretty comfortable with that. However, I will tuck a little piece under just for the heck of it. I'm not taking you to the sewing machine tonight because we've done that a couple of times already. So I'm just going to go sew around my pieces. I will be right back. This isn't squared up yet, but this is by far the easiest way to do these blocks. Just lay some big pieces down and then do applique on top. I could add more to this, and I might, but I'm just going to stop here for now. I don't know if I'm going to go ahead and do 20 blocks or if I will stop at 16. I'm anxious to do more of this now because I like this new method. And this stuff, I know you can get this, I would say, even at Walmart or anywhere, and it's just two-sided. I don't know if they call it hemming tape, but it's very convenient. But again, you can just take a glue stick. You really can. I don't want you to think you can't do that, because you can. And I will probably go get a glue stick because I think that would be easier. I mean, I definitely like using the fusing, you know, for the big pieces, because it just gives a nice foundation. Okay, I'm going to just stop here. The next time that you see me in this particular series, we will be putting the blocks together. I will be able to show you all the blocks. I'll have them all trimmed, and we're going to put them together somehow. I haven't decided how yet, so you have to subscribe so you don't miss that, and you'll get to see what we do next. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!